With the recent change to SafeMoon's official Twitter account's wallpaper banner, many people are starting to speculate whether this could be an indicating sign for a blockchain or for the exchange, and maybe we're getting very close to that. Well, I've got a different perspective view with this. A member of the community had actually reached out to me in a DM and proposed this idea, so I definitely want to give credit to them. So shout out to GK underscore squid, also known as at Mike underscore Markley. So reaching out, giving me this suggestion on this. But let's go ahead and just quickly, I want to make sure you guys are aware I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion and it's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move forward. So on the official SafeMoon Twitter account, what do we see here? We see this background image, and what exactly is it? That is a great question. So because of the stylized of this, many people are thinking like, oh, they kind of look like blocks. Maybe it's referring to the blockchain. Other people are saying that maybe this has to do with an exchange. And well, as was just noted, was pitched over to me, you got to look at the top left hand corner here. There appears to be sort of this curvature that's going on. So their proposed suggestion is this could possibly be related to the merchandising. We had SafeMoon, the capsules, that was capsule number 1. Those have been getting shipped out. So if it's being labeled already through their own internal side as number 1, then that suggests that it's going to be a series, that there's going to be number 2, number 3, etc. So let's go ahead and start on a smaller scale. What's more likely that we have seen them do before, that they are very likely to do again, and I would say that's of merch. So this very well could be that. There is something very interesting when I looked at this picture, and I'm hoping you guys can share some fun theories in the comments down below. Let me go ahead and pull this up in Photoshop. So as we take a look at this image, you should notice that there's some irregularities. First off, they're not actual squares. These are more of a diamond shape and more like an emerald, correct? So when we actually take a look at this here, I shouldn't say diamond, it's more like an emerald or a sapphire, something like that. I'm thinking of Legend of Zelda stuff here, guys. We take a look right here, and which they deal with rupees. I'm getting distracted. Anyways, I drew over these lines around some of the key points that I was noticing. If we went ahead and used a filter on these areas, you can see a lot more prominently that there are areas that are cut off. So overall, these little pieces are looking like they're the same. This nice little sort of like sapphire rupee looking thing all over the place, but then you notice that there is this sort of bend that's happening. The photo itself actually starts to fog out a bit up here on the top left hand side, suggesting to me that it's kind of getting a little bit out of focus. There's also this red light for whatever reason on the top left hand side, so it transitions from that red light into this green right here. And what exactly is this as far as these cutoff points go? And there's quite a few of them, and some of them even look like they're very close to one another. So with that being said, how many of them that there definitely appears to be some sort of an overlapping occurring here, but a lot of these are straight lines. And so because of that, my next train of thought is that maybe it has to do with the cards, but it's just part of the production phase. But when I had looked at the old model version of the card, it doesn't fit in line with that design. So the closest thing I've been thinking of when I look at this is maybe like construction paper, and then you have each of these little tiny pieces, and then you have a couple of the pieces of paper on top of one another, and then as you're kind of lifting it up, those little pieces that aren't glued down are scattering everywhere. The spacing for these don't seem like they're really that exact. There's big gaps that we're seeing over in these areas, but just keep in mind that the lighting looks very low here. So with it being a black base on top of black, and of course shadows cast are black, if these pieces, some of them are elevated in the air, it's going to be pretty hard to be able to tell if they're even actually in the air. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think that this has to do with merchandising? Or do you think that it has to do with something else? Tell us in the comments down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. It's interesting, though. The color itself definitely fits in with the SafeMoon theme. And I'm not sure why there's that red light in the top hand corner. Last thing that I have for you is that we have an NFT series coming out in the near future. This is called NFT Burn 32. It's myself and a series of other influencers together. And we have a really fun little video I wanted to share with you guys. I've been sharing it from time to time, but I think it's pretty hype. Before I do that, though, I just want to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Road Shaker, Victor Vegas, and SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your guys' support. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.